Hey there, Central Ohio. Thanks for watching 10 TV Plus. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens alongside Jay Plyburn. And from the cold, you've been outside all day today, haven't you?
I'm so thankful to be inside right now. When we said this morning that it was going to be cold, we were not joking.
Yeah.
It is terribly cold out there, and the wind makes it that much worse.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're better off than we were this morning, but that doesn't necessarily mean all that great. We're still going to be cold all afternoon.
And it's warming up later this week, though, right?
Yeah, it will warm up into the weekend, but we've got to suffer through the next 24 hours of cold weather. And believe it or not, maybe even a little bit more snow. We're beyond the 10 TV weather impact day we had in place this morning, but we are still watching some impacts for this evening. And that could be an additional round of some scattered light snowfall. The good news is this is going to be fairly hit and miss, at least according to the newest weather data into us here at 10 TV. But we will keep an eye on it because it may briefly produce some slick spots out there as the air temperatures have been below freezing now for a good bit of time, and the road temperatures are getting cold as well. Bridges, overpasses especially to watch out for as that light snow pushes in later today. Here's the time lapse out there from this morning. Beautiful sunrise, not even a cloud in the sky, but boy, was it cold out there in the sun this afternoon. Really just not helping that much. I mean, we're still going to be feeling like the teens and 20s out there. Temperatures as of this morning compared to yesterday, we're down a good 10 to 20 degrees in a number of spots. Southern counties fared a little bit better, but even that wasn't too warm. We're talking lows early today. We made it down as far as 17 in Columbus. We almost touched single digits for the lows in Kenton. At times earlier in the morning show, if you were with us during 10 TV this morning, we were looking at Kenton with feels like temperatures that were down to -8. Really all of the northern counties had at some point near to negative temperatures for feels like. So we dropped down to about 3 here in Columbus. Southern counties faring again just slightly better. Down to Athens, only made it to 23 this morning. The wind gusts as we head through the afternoon will be getting lighter and lighter. These were up to around 30 earlier in the day, and that was really what helped to shove those wind chills really cold. This isn't that much better, but it's not the brutally cold air we had out there for the morning. In fact, hourly forecast heading into this evening, we'll see an improvement in wind chill factor and temperature both. We'll hit our high up to around the mid to upper 20s here this evening. Wind chills coming up with that as well through the teens for the rest of the afternoon, making its way into the 20s as we head toward tonight. Outside of the winds, temperatures out there again, not all that warm either today. What we are watching moisture rise is a possibility for a little bit of snow as we head into this evening. It's not going to be as high of a chance as we had yesterday, but you see clouds build as we work our way through the afternoon and into the evening. And then once we get toward about 7, 8 o'clock, got a small chance we'll pick up here for some scattered light snowfall. Again, may produce a few slick spots or a few areas that see reductions in visibility, at least briefly, as we head through this evening. Speaking of the cold for a little bit longer, taking a look at the trend over the past couple weeks, we really had to dig ourselves out of a below normal hole. We got cold around the region past couple of weeks. We got above that over the weekend and into the start of this week. Things were feeling pretty good, but then it went right back down below normal. The good news is this particular cold spell not going to last nearly as long. We may spend a couple of days here below that normal mark, but as we get into the weekend and next week, we climb back above normal. Things feeling much more comfortable as we head toward the end of that 10-day period. The trend is for near maybe slightly below average temperatures, which isn't too bad compared to where things have been outside today. The rain chances out there, again, small chance for snow this evening, but the better chances, they come this weekend, specifically Saturday night into Sunday. That's when we're expecting to see the best chance for some widespread rain across central Ohio. Those chances could linger into the start of the week next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, seeing at least a small chance out there for a little bit of lingering rain, but I think Saturday into Sunday likely to be some of the rainiest. And again, it's rain that we do need. We'll have the latest drought monitor here for you this morning or this afternoon as well. It came out this morning. This was last week. This is the new monitor this week. You're going to be hard pressed to see much change in that, which is good news, which means we're not expanding the drought, but we didn't get enough rainfall in the past week to knock down any of those areas any further. I think we could continue to change that over the weekend. looking beyond our forecast, though, the next 8 to 14 days, temperatures should stay near normal. The precipitation, though, might be trending back toward below average conditions. So we need to get as much rain as we can before we get to that and help to alleviate even more of that drought that we still have in place across the region. Speaking of moisture, like we were saying, we could see that snow here this evening. You see that big cluster of scattered snowfall from Iowa over toward Illinois. That's sliding our way, and what we'll be watching here tonight. Good news is newest model data into us here at 10 TV, not showing a lot of that reaching central Ohio. It's about 8 o'clock. You can see a little bit of scattered snow up toward Bell Fountain. It's really going to be those areas along and north of I-70 that have the best chance for a little bit of snow here this evening. Again, may briefly reduce visibility, may cause a slick spot or two. As we head into Friday, though, that moisture dries on out and we are back to partly cloudy skies for Friday afternoon. Of course, that all starts to change as we head into the weekend and our next round of moisture works its way in. This is early Sunday morning. You can see those southerly winds flowing in. That's good news for temperatures. It means things are warming up nicely. Bad news for your Sunday plans, though. This rain pushes in as we head towards sunrise. We're dealing with pretty widespread shower activity throughout most of the day Sunday. And then again, as we head into Monday, here comes more rainfall. We keep the southerly flow in place. In fact, we're looking at temperatures that may hit the 50s again come Monday, but the rain comes with it, and we'll be watching that over the weekend as we head into next week. Again, though, good news for those drought conditions. Here's your 10 weather impact 7-day forecast. Now that we're past the morning, we're out of the need for a 10 TV weather impact day for today, but we are still experiencing the cold wind chills. Look for wind chills the rest of the afternoon and evening into the teens out there, probably getting up close to the 20s as we head deeper into the evening because the winds will continue to die down, but never totally go away. As we head toward tomorrow, a bit warmer. We'll wake up in the 20s, get up to about the 30s by the afternoon. Wind chills still a small factor in the morning. We'll feel like the teens as you head out the door, but the good news is we improve those conditions into the afternoon, and we can see wind chills that'll probably make upper 20s to low 30s. Still cold, just not as bad as what we have out there today. Then again, as we get to the weekend, temperatures rise. We get to the 40s and the 50s. That rain comes through on Sunday, and again, looking at a pretty good soaking out here. We'll break it down in portions for you. This is by 9 o'clock or 11 o'clock Saturday morning. Already could see around a ½ inch across the region. We continue to add to it as we head into Monday, up over an inch in some of those brighter blues. Southern counties maybe even getting over an inch and a half by Monday evening, and we continue to add to it as we head through next week. Looking like a pretty healthy rainfall on the way toward us here in central Ohio. This extended forecast, Jay, I know you'll be happy to see, does not keep us in the cold weather that we have out there today.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. But you know, it is still going to be a cold 24 to 48 hours here.
Mid-50s.
That's the one you're looking for,
Coming
right?
back. Yeah, ready for it. I'm going to be in short and t-shirts by that point.
I mean, compared to what you've been out there in today, that's not bad.
You need all the layers today.
Yeah.
At least we're going to get a little bit of snow. My thing is, if it's going to be this cold, let's get some flurries out there.
Yeah, I mean, you got to
Sounds
have
like
some
they're
winter
coming.
weather to go with the cold temperatures.
Got to
right?
have it.
Yeah. And speaking of the cold weather, while you were sleeping, the Ohio Department of Transportation was actually out helping keep us safe this morning. They were preparing the roads, but they do say you still have to pay attention.
The biggest thing always, especially with the first snow event of the year, everybody's a little rusty. We're used to, relatively dry pavements throughout the summer, especially this summer. We had a very dry summer. The big thing is just expect that you could encounter icy conditions very quickly.
NODOT says the biggest problem spots for the ice, of course, is bridges and overpasses that we keep talking about in the weather. So use a little bit extra caution out there today. And when you do head out, don't forget, it's the perfect time to help out kids in our community. The big 10 TV toy drive, that's underway right now as we speak. You can stop by anytime between now and 6:30 tonight, help out. We're here at 770 Twin Rivers Drive. You can just pull up and drop off the toys. Don't even have to get out in the cold. It's in front of our studios where you drop them off. You can't miss it. We've got decorations everywhere outside. But if you can't make it, don't worry. We have a full list of drop-off locations on our website, 10tv.com. We've been talking about Jay being out in the cold all day. If you haven't seen it yet, you are like the hype man, the MC of the toy drive. Old Man Winter himself outside.
Dancing live on television this
Live
morning.
on television.
Yeah, that's a good way to stay warm for sure. It's a really fun event. I mean, there's a lot of energy out there. We had some local mascots out there earlier, some local athletes out there, and you do get some goodies if you come by. It's not just about giving, it's also about receiving. it's about the kids. We want to make sure that all the kids have gifts under the tree this holiday season. So come on out. Yeah, we'll be out there till 6:30 this evening. You do want to dress warm, as he mentioned, but you don't even have to get out of your car. We've made it very easy for you. It's a really neat event, though. I've enjoyed being out there today.
Yeah, and tell me a little bit about what the crowds have been like so far, and your best pitch to get people to come out if they haven't made it out yet.
I mean, part of me wants to tell you that some folks have rolled up in SUVs full to the brim with toys for kids. We're looking for toys for anything from infant all the way to 14 years old. Some of these folks have rolled up with hundreds of toys.
Oh, wow.
So if you want to beat them, good luck. You know, fill up a bed of a truck or rent a U-Haul or something of the sort. Other folks come with 1 or 2 gifts. It doesn't matter how many you bring. Truly, you don't have to try to beat anybody. It's not a contest. But there have been a lot of folks coming through out there. Pretty steady stream this morning despite the cold. And it's really, I mean, this is a season of giving, right? So come on out, continue to give. This is something we've done every year here at the station, partnering with the Salvation Army, among others. And it's fun. There's been a band out there playing music. I'll be out there dancing throughout the day. So I don't know what to tell you. You're going to be out there here in a little bit, right?
Yeah, we'll be out there here at times this afternoon. I mean, big or small, like he said, any donation helps out. It's all for the kids.
Yeah, and it's all sizes, too, of gifts. We've seen everything from kids' bikes that have come, board games, decks of cards, what are they called? The Squishmallows.
Oh, yeah.
Quite a few Squishmallows out there, which kids love. I can tell you my 2-year-old daughter loves the Squishmallows. So, yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be an expensive gift. Anything, come by, say hello, drop off the gift, and then you can be on your way.
Absolutely. You know, it's not just us or local sports teams. They're also getting involved with the holiday spirit. I love to see it this time of year. The Crew continuing their Winterfest. This video was taken while the Crew was at the Etna Road Elementary School. Their mission is to improve classroom attendance across Central Ohio. Students were able to get holiday gifts for themselves and their family using Crew Cash. Etna Road faculty members say this incentive has worked pretty well.
Once the Crew was involved and we started working with Stay in the Game, that just added that little extra oomph that the kids needed to understand that attendance is the name of the game, and the best way to do that is to come to school every day on time and ready to learn.
And at 3 today, that's just in a little bit from now, the Crew will be at Westerville Meyer, where they're going to surprise a 4th grader with a holiday shopping spree.
Ooh, that's going to be awesome. It's actually a shopping spree for the entire family, I read earlier.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, quite a gift there.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I love the idea of Crew Cash, something that would always get me motivated as a kid. Like, oh, I get a little reward for that? Yeah, sure, I'll be here on time.
Legit incentive to show up and study.
Absolutely. You
Makes sense.
Can't beat that. And unfortunately, we got to now shift to a bit more serious of a tone, talking about some of that weather news we've been keeping you up to date on all week. The Malibu wildfires, we've been following them. California, they've been fighting that large Franklin fire today. The winds expected to shift directions, blowing smoke across more densely populated areas. New video from overnight shows the blaze in Malibu. Over 8,000 homes and businesses are now in danger, being destroyed. 20,000 people under evacuations orders. The number has doubled since this time yesterday.
The Malibu RV park being threatened, so there was an active fire really close, so we moved resources to fight that fire and make sure we had protection on the structure.
We're looking at the wind change with a possible change in direction that the fire has been going.
Fire crews say the Franklin fire has burned an area larger than 5 football fields every minute. Absolutely crazy out there.
Looks like the end of days, as somebody mentioned in one of those other sound bites. Really a wild situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Hope they get that fire contained here in reasonable order, because you never like to see that.
It's a little more contained today than it was yesterday. Hopefully they continue moving in that direction.
Absolutely. Some definitely wild photos out of there. But now they've got the other problem on the other coast. I want to show you some different video here. We leave you this the evening. Wild weather video out of New York. Lake effect snow once again bringing its impact across the region. This is from western New York, where 2 to 3 feet of snow possible in some areas. Erie County, even snowplow. That's what's in the ditch over there.
Oh my gosh.
Overturned Thursday morning. Whiteout conditions. You can hardly see it. You're just probably, what, 2 car lengths away from that thing. And it fell straight into the ditch. There's a look at the roads as drivers were coming in. Jay, they just can't catch a break from that snow up there.
You know, I was saying when it's cold, I want to see some snow. I don't want to see that much snow.
Yeah, that's more snow than anyone wants to see. 2 to 3 feet on top of the lake effect they've already had.
2 to 3 inches is enough for me. But yeah, that lake effect snow, as we know, is no joke.
Absolutely no joke. And we don't have anything like that in our forecast, but we do have a little bit of light snow possible tonight. That's where you're going to want to tune in later today. 6 o'clock tonight, Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz. He'll be here to track that and get you up to date with the latest. But for now, thanks for joining us here on 10 TV Plus. We'll see you later.